Gondwa is the new map coming to Path of Titans, the brand new official map to come to the game, and here I am to compile everything we know about this map so far. From images, biomes, food and everything else, we're talking about that today. Timestamps for everything are on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe, but other than that, let's get right into it. So, what do we know about the map so far? Well, it's called Gondwa, a callback to one of the supercontinents called Gondwana. This is one of two official maps to be coming to Path of Titans. Currently, this map will be an island map that will feature areas for both aquatics, flyers, and of course, land-based dinosaurs. The developers have told us there will be new quests, new biomes, and new food sources on this map, with an emphasis on unique biomes, unique quests, and unique food sources. But the main emphasis here is that it will be completely different to Pandora in every shape and form. One of the key differences here is of course the climate of the map. We seem to be getting a more tropical climate, some kind of sub-Saharan climate in a sense, or kind of like what is in the southern states of the USA as well, that are closer to Mexico's border. We are definitely seeing a climate here that will be closer to the equator, a lot more tropical, a lot more arid, a lot more warm. Speaking of biomes, I do talk about them in the next section, so feel free to skip to that if you want to. We also know that there will be a higher variety of quests on this map, and they will be improved to have more variety at that. From what I can see, there's the expectation that we'll be getting one main big island, as well as a bunch of other small islands branching from this big island, which will be pretty cool. We also don't know anything about the size of the map just yet, but I would feel it's going to be the same size as Pandora, which is a very big map. Pause it right there. We actually have the size of the map revealed. Gondwa is going to be an 8x8 kilometer map, and this was revealed in their latest press release, which talked about the beta and everything. I recommend you watch this video on the screen now, which has everything about it. Anyways, let's just get back into the video. I'm going to just pause it here once again, because of course we have more information on this update. The update is now available on the PTB if you want to go check it out. I covered it in a stream. There's so much content on it. It feels big. There's lots of different variety in the biomes, and I do want to touch up on the fact that there is actually some quest items, some new quest items. You've got one where you have to collect bloodstone, which is pretty cool. Another thing on the map is that it's got a whole bunch of unique oceanic AI, which I definitely will be talking about later in the video as well, with some pictures, because, well, it's very nice to see because it spices the oceans up even more. And additionally, it seems that Gondwa will be the map that has been utilized using stuff from the developers that they have learned during the development process of Pandora. So it'll be most likely better than Pandora all around. So, the biomes. We actually already know of a handful of biomes. I believe 5 biomes that we know of, so you can count them all on your hand. That were talked about in the Path of Titans official video outlining Amargasaurus and the new map. These are jagged red rocks, orange sandy deserts, lush green grasslands, salt flats, and rainbow mountains. However, there is other talk of a new biome, or not a new biome because it's already in Pandora, making a return to Gondwa. This is everyone's favorite Hoodoo Hills, and it looks bigger and badder than the one in Pandora, which is a lot tamer than the one we can see in the preview. So the developers revealed on Twitter, talking about and showcasing a variety of images, showcasing the scale of both the amount of rocks that are in this new Hoodoo Hills and a look of the size of them. Look at how it towers over the Amargasaurus. In addition to this, they also posted a showcase of a bunch of eroded rock archways which will dot the coastline of the map, which from large outcrops with water running through them, or dried up riverbeds running through them as well, which is really cool. I like this. I feel like it would add a bit of flavor to the coastline. In addition to this, there will be a coastal marshy beach that you can walk through, with additional areas which are like salt flats that can be walked through as well, which have different pieces of watering holes. However, I think these watering holes, judging by the color of them, could be poisonous or toxic to your dinosaur. Like in, I don't know what film it is or documentary where they had something like this, which was toxic and you couldn't drink from it in a sense. So maybe we could be seeing something like this in Gondwa. We also get a glimpse of one of the many different islands that will be dotting the map. This is of course a smaller one with a rocky outcrop and some shrubs on them. I don't know why the herbivores will be going over there, because they'll be stuck there and there doesn't seem to be much to do there. However, there are some additional biomes that I think will be in the map, judging by the screenshots that we have been provided. Firstly, of course, there'll be very nice beaches somewhere on the map. This is probably a given since it's an island map. There'll also be savanna-like biomes, rocky plains with white cliffs, shrublands, coastal shrublands, and tropical savanna forests. This also builds on the fact that we will be having a map that will cater to aquatics as well. So I feel like it is only best to anticipate that you'll be seeing some form of biomes in these forms. Coral reefs, deep oceanic ravines, kelp forests, and underwater biomes. However, we don't know if these are going to be officially in the map just yet. However, I'm theorizing that they will be, because in theory, it would make the aquatic areas a lot better for that of, well, the aquatics that are coming to the game. We actually have quite a bit that I can mention here about the underwater biomes. Firstly, in the stacks area, it goes quite deep in terms of depth on those stacks, which allows for some nice structures under the water. The water also goes really deep, and then at the bottom there's like an abyssal plain, but that's towards the outskirts of the map. However, it does drop off very, very deep. There are also some deep pits which have certain AI fishing, like manta rays, which is pretty cool. There are also kelp forests, rocky biomes under the water, the seaweed and stuff like that. I haven't seen all of the other underwater biomes. However, if that is all of it, I do hope that there are some more to be added in the future, like coral reefs and extra caves and stuff like that. That'll be very nice. Above land, you've got savannas, you've got arid plains, you've got the rainbow rocky area, which is absolutely beautiful, and you've got a whole bunch more. You've got a lot of hills, but it's not too hilly. It's very cavernous in terms of narrow walkways, archways, all that. It's very beautiful, very nice, and it fits that arid desert theme. And then you've got the salt plains, with the water. You've got many different variety of the salt plains in different places, and there are multiple different islands. It's not just one big island, and that's really good. Another thing that I do want to mention, there is deep water in the rivers, which is swimmable. These are not fully incorporated into the map yet. There's not actually all the rivers in the map just yet, so some of the dried riverbeds that you might think are dried riverbeds will actually be rivers, and some of the dried lake areas will actually be lakes. So the water sources, the major water sources, haven't really been incorporated into the map yet. However, they will be added soon. Talking about structures here, now there are technically a vast amount of structures that could be on the map, but these are not human structures. Of course, an example here is Voodoo Hills. This can be classed as a structure in a sense because it's something different that is outlined on the map. In addition to this, there is a Audi version of Stonehenge, Gondwa Henge, as we could put it. It is basically a circular set of stone structures on the map, kind of like that of in Stoneclaw Highlands, which is a modded map. In addition to this, there is the jagged mountain areas that look like a Stegosaurus in one of the images, which I think is really nice. It's a nice callback to obviously Stego and different dinosaurs. Maybe we'll see more structures like that that are shaped like dinosaurs on the map. However, in regards to structures, that's all we know about so far, so this was a very small section. Velocci from the future is back once again. Fret not, we have some extra biomes to talk about. We've actually got rippled beaches, which were shown on the Twitter page, which look absolutely beautiful. Then there is also sea stack formations, which will be featured in the map. Scour the beaches for things washed ashore. So there's also some showcase of some of the arches in more detail, some of the more shrubland beaches, and some forested beaches. Then in addition to this, there is islands filled with red jagged rocks. And yeah, that's pretty much everything so far. Another small section here is food. Now we know that this map will have a whole refresh of different food types to fit with the climate, the biomes and everything like that on this map. However, there are 2 different types of food that was outlined. However, I do want to say this one first. Fish AI should be different on this map because I'm pretty sure the current fish AI that's currently in the game on Pandora is freshwater fish, which means that we'd need some AI, new fish AI for the oceanic areas of the map. Of course, the current fish AI can be rehashed and used in the normal, freshwater on the island, whereas the new fish can use the same AI in a sense, but a new model can be used in the deep water area. We also see a spawned corpse for a shark on the coastline, which adds new variety to food sources on the map, kind of like the corpses on the map. However, this does put the theory out there. Could there be shark AI in the future? We're obviously getting crocodiles like Goniophilus in the future for Pandora, so maybe shark AI could be coming to Pathoftitans on the Gondwa map, which will be pretty cool. However, that is just a theory. There is also cactus fruit, which is an additional food source that is going to be on the map. However, there is no images for that just yet. However, in regards to food, that is everything that we know of so far. Okay, this is the final interjection of Velocci from the future. I've been here quite a bit, but it's because they released it yesterday and I was able to play it, and so I thought it would be best to not let this video go to waste. Anyways, there's some new food sources and new quest items. So, there is cactus fruit, or cactuses in general, which you can eat, and there's obviously bloodstone, which is a quest item. In addition to this, there is also a lot of aquatic life. You've got manta rays, you've got tuna, you've got sunfish, you've got green sea turtles, and you've got shark AI. These AI are just acting like fish in a sense, but they will run away from you when you go near them. But that's all the new AI. There's also seaweed in the water, which I assume might be edible in the future, and I haven't been able to find many other of the food sources on the map though, so I'll have to have a look out for more of that in the future and do a future video about that. And there we have it, everything we know about Gondwa, the complete video summarizing Gondwa, the brand new map that will be coming to Path of Titans. What's your theories for this map? Do you theorize that we'll be seeing some new AI on this map? What do you think the new quests will be like? Do you think they'll be different, or do you think they'll be more complex? Let me know in the comments down below. We know that this map will be coming to testing soon, probably in the same testing phase that Pandora went through. Once that comes, I'll be streaming it, making content for it for all of you guys to watch. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.